Hi everybody, this is Johnny Van Zant with our new dog Quinn. You're watching Audioprism with Vanessa Hundley on American Hearts Radio, Web TV.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Audioprism Show, Tunes and Talk with your auditory muse, Vanessa Hundley. Yay! I have a live studio audience today. All right, guys, so we have a really fun show today. We have fun throwback tunes, rising rapper Crizzy Moe, and we're going to be checking in with the ever-fabulous Princess Charles with a special announcement about a new upcoming event that he will be helming. And first, though, guys, I want to say, let me talk about my company a little bit, Audioprism Entertainment. It is summer, and I know everybody's on vacation, but it is time to start planning those fall events. So if you're planning a wedding or a corporate event for the fall or the winter, check us out. It is a one-stop shop. I have some great wedding packages for you that have not gotten around to getting your DJ yet. You can find a link to my website, of course, in the description below. I want to also remind you guys, we got G's Midtown Karaoke twice a week, and that's at G's Midtown, of course, in Midtown, near the corner of 10th and Piedmont. And that's Sundays from 6 p.m. until 11 p.m., where it's just Sunday Funday karaoke. We sing all kinds of crazy music, and it's just a fun party all day long. And then Thursday nights at G's Midtown from 9 p.m. until 1 a.m. is musicology karaoke, which, musicology is the study of music. So every week we have a different theme. It could be anything from show tunes and TV tunes to a particular decade like the 70s or 80s, but it's always a great deal of fun. And of course, you don't have to sing in theme. You can always sing whatever song you like. But if you do sing in theme on Thursdays, then you get entered for a drawing for $25 in G's Midtown cash. So get in, get your request. I want to take a minute to talk about giving back. A featured nonprofit for this month is called Men's Wear Inc. And making employment the next step, Wear Inc., and that's Men's Wear Inc., is more than just a nonprofit. It is a social enterprise, and what they do is they help dress men for success, for those interviews, for those all-important jobs, and they really need suits, especially in a smaller size. They have a lot of larger size suits. Of course, they'll take any donations that you have, but if you have some men's suits in good condition, then you can reach them at 781-990-MENS, and that is 781-990-6367. You can call them directly and find out the best way to donate to them. And of course, there's a link in the description below to their Facebook page, so you can get in direct contact with them through there. They're very responsive. Let's get started with some tunes. First, we are going off the charts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Off the Charts is a section of music where I talk about newer music that is not necessarily on the charts. You might not even hear on the radio. You may hear it on some of the more independent outlets or satellite radio, but either way, these are songs that caught my attention because I go through extensive listening sessions every week, listening to hundreds of songs, trying to find the ones that are gold and something that's that next step and that next forward and has the right kind of energy for whatever situation that I feel that it would fit into as a DJ. The first song is a new song by Simple Plan. Yes, guys, Simple Plan is back on the map. They've had great studio albums over the years. They formed in late 1999. The Simple Plan Foundation, which is their charitable works, they have donated more than $1 million to youth-focused charities since December of 2005. And this is the second single from this French-Canadian pop-punk band. Their fifth album, Taking One for the Team, released February 2016. This is Opinion Overload. There you go, guys. That fun summer pop, punk, rock kind of thing that you can add to your playlist. And my second offering for Off the Charts today is by a Swedish pop house duo named Pang. It's P-A-N-G exclamation points. They are Swedish pop house duo Christopher Kent and Alexander Fahlberg. They have an experimental approach that in the past has included blending traditionally country and folk song type instruments with including cowbells and wooden rattles. So they have some really, really interesting experimental sounds. This is, again, one of those great summer ads for your playlist. It's called One Big Laugh.
She was living on couches that belonged to her friends. She would sleep with her feet in the shins hanging over the ends, looking over her shoulder, never knowing herself. Like a lame she could never fit in till somebody new came along. He was singing at weddings where the money was good, taking tips, singing hits for the pairs or the single custard. Never one to get lucky, never making a play. Now the words you can learn on the lines, but they never stay too long. Stay too long. One day you're gonna meet that someone. They're gonna turn your whole world around, upside down. Watch out, they're gonna be a better half. You're gonna see it's all one big lie.
So again, guys, that's Pang's One Big Laugh. Super fun. It's a great song. It just keeps getting better and better. So go check it out. Of course, as always, links in the description below. Now it's time for some musical resurrection. So, a little bit later in the show, we're going to be checking in with the fabulous Princess Charles, who has a special announcement about an upcoming show. And so, in honor of his upcoming show, I chose two really amazing classic songs, and chances are you've heard them at least once, if not hundreds or thousands of times in your lifetime. You know, depending how old you are, of course. But both of these songs actually prominently feature cross-dressers in the lyrics, and it's really interesting to see how they come about with the storytelling aspects of these songs, and you really, if you've never deeply listened to them before, definitely go back and check them out. The first song is Lou Reed's Walk on the Wild Side. It was about cross-dressers who come to New York City and become prostitutes, and so, you know, take a walk on the wild side was the question that they would ask prospective customers. Lou Reed himself actually really struggled with his sexuality for most of his life, and his parents actually even sent him for deprogramming when he in his younger years. And so this was something that he actually felt very closely about. All the characters in the song are based on real people. Holly, Candy, and Jackie were based on drag queens that Lou befriended in New York, most of them hanging around Andy Warhol's factory. So we're going to listen to a little bit of Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed.
Holly came from Miami, FLA, hitchhiked away across USA, plucked her eyebrows on the way, shaved her legs, and then he was a she. She says, hey babe, take a walk on the wild side. Said, hey honey, take a walk on the wild side. Candy came from out on the island.
All right, guys. So yes, in 1978, Lou Reed came out with Walk on the Wild Side, and you can just keep listening to it and hear the evolution of the different stories and the different ways that, you know, they came to be where they were when he met them and became their friend. Our second song is The Kinks' Lola, and this is one of those songs that caused a lot of controversy when it first was released in June 1970 because of the subject matter. And there's two backstories that are attributed to this. Ray Davies says that he wrote it after manager Robert Wasey spent a night dancing in Paris with a transgender. Or Mick Avery also used to frequent transgender bars, and because he just wanted to be part of the scene, and it was very accepting, and it was very awesome. So he said that, you know, it was partially inspired by that as well. Multiple countries would actually fade out the end of the song before Lola's actual sex was revealed. Britain didn't really have a problem with that. What they had an actual problem with is the original version used the words Coca-Cola. And because they banned product placement in their songs, Ray Davies actually flew to England in the middle of a tour to re-record it so that the lyrics were the more generic cherry cola. So this is The Kinks' Lola.
I met her in the club down in Old Soho, where you drink champagne and it tastes just like cherry cola. C-O-L-A cola. She walked up to me and she asked me to dance. I asked her her name and in a dark brown voice she said Lola. L-O-L-A Lola. Lola. She squeezed me tight, she nearly broke my spine. Oh my Lola, 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 Lola. Well, I'm not dumb, but I can't understand why she walked like a woman and talked like a man. Oh my Lola, 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 Lola.
And the story just continues on from there, guys, and it just gets better and better. So, you know, check it out. It is not an offensive song in any way, shape, or form. It's actually one of the Kinks' biggest hits. All right, guys. So now, next up, we have an unsigned artist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys. Today I am joined by Atlanta rapper Chris Thomas, a.k.a. Crizzy Moe. He is really as sweet as he looks, but be warned, there's a lot of hardcore feeling in his song. Crizzy, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, DJ Audioprism.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
now, I've had ample chances to meet Crizzy, especially over the last year or so, I guess.
Yeah.
When he was coming in for karaoke nights, and for a while, because he is actually a very humble person. In person, sometimes, mostly.
Yeah, mostly.
I didn't realize he was actually professionally doing music, and then as I became more acquainted with that, and he is also not just making music, but actively out there pursuing it.
That's right.
So you have a lot of intensity in a lot of your lyrics. So what's the general upbringing that you had that would, you know, kind of steer you in that direction, or your influences?
Just from growing up, you know, my mom was a single mom. My dad was there, but, you know, didn't have a lot, but we had a lot. So I've seen a lot, you know, from being growing up and from being out in the streets with my friends and all that, and from listening to rap growing up. So I just took my experiences and all that I've been through and put it down on paper and on wax, and I feel it because it's what I've been through. So
yeah,
I guess that's what makes it like so powerful, and my words come across so strong. And I just feel it. Yeah,
definitely have some good variety in your lyrics too, which is sometimes sorely lacking in some songs.
I love music. So anything from country, like Bonnie Raitt, I love her.
Yes.
Of course, Little
New
Kim
album, she's
and
got it.
B.I.G. It's just music.
Ah,
So,
yes.
Yeah.
We you started uploading tracks to YouTube 5 years ago. Were you rapping before that, or were you did you just kind of freeform it before that, and that's when you decided to actually start releasing stuff?
Yeah, actually, I've been rapping for a while. It's probably since like 99 or 2000.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. And I made my first mixtape in 07.
Oh, excellent.
It's called Straight for the Street. Yeah.
Straight for the Street.
So we did that in 07, and I think in 09 or 2011 or something like that, that's when I started putting the music on YouTube. And so I've been doing music, but in 2011, that's when we started putting it on YouTube.
Well, those early videos, early, I guess I would say videos technically.
Yeah.
The early tracks definitely, you can tell you're very established. You had a good sense of where you're flowing. Now that I know that you started rapping so much longer before that, that makes a lot of sense. But how do you feel like your style has evolved since you started actually actively releasing music?
Well, now I know myself better as a person and as an artist, so that helps. I just practice and just doing it over and over and over, and learning more and listening to more music, really helped me to perfect my sound. And I know, now I really know how I want to sound and what I want and what I don't want. Yeah. So it's more of a direction, I guess.
It takes a while to find that in the beginning. Because you're like, you don't want to sound like anybody else. But sometimes it's hard not to because of so many influences. You're saying, going, well, how can I separate from this?
Yeah.
It's like I'm talking to other artists that's, they're just like, well, I was inspired by, but I don't want to be the next this. I want to be the next me.
Right.
And
that's important. You got to put your twist on it too. So.
Yeah. Well, he, should he ever have an actual print version or, CD version of said release, there would be definitely a parental advisory sticker. But
it's grown music.
yes, it is grown folk music by all means. But we do have a clean version of one of your latest tracks, which is Jupiter, and this has a really awesome, like late '90s, early 2000s kind of throwback sound in there. Yeah. We're not going to. I'm about to say we're not going to make any comparisons because this is about Crizzy and not anybody else. But guys, let's check out Jupiter.
Please.
Yes.
She's into me, but I'm digging her, and she's feeling him, but he's into her. While she's digging me, but I'm into her, and she's feeling him, but I'm Jupiter. Sounds so nice. You and me, love, let me be more precise. We can start a family in Miami, or go to the Gulf or vacation it off. This love thing, the circle in the games we play. I feel like a fisherman from all the catch these days. I think I love you and I'm going half crazy from all the fun and all the times that we share. I'll spare the time for my heart to get used only by you, but don't get it confused. I'll take love for 500 Alex. Repay the balance off for happiness. Who hotter than Chris? Pass me on that. Met you the summer on campus of GA Tech. I recall you had a little job at the mall. Whoever thought me and you would fall in love in the fall? She's into me, but I'm digging her, and she's feeling him, but he's into her. While she's digging me, but I'm into her, and she's feeling him, but I'm Jupiter. She's into me, but I'm digging her, and she's feeling him, but he's into her. While she's digging me, but I'm into her, and she's feeling him, but I'm Jupiter. The dating game crazy, sex or don't sex, call him the mark maybe. Your energy is sending me if you got talent. I'm so DMV, 994 to balance. But we travel all over the world, eating cachapas or wapa, taking pictures then probably posting, hoping one day we can bump heads. That a few months from now, 69 on heads. She's into me, but I'm digging her, and she's feeling him, but he's into her. While she's digging me, but I'm into her, and she's feeling him, but I'm Jupiter. She's into me, but I'm digging her, and she's feeling him, but he's into her. While she's digging me, but I'm into her, and she's into me, cause I'm Jupiter.
I really like you. Oh yeah? I mean,
the dating game. I mean, like, you know, come on, oh, now you want to be with the old people? Sure. I mean, you know, it's like coffee in the morning. I mean, I'm different. I think you're different. Now don't get all mushy on me. The beautiful things, the beautiful ones. It's beautiful when you're both on the same page.
Ah, see.
Yo.
Love it.
She's into me.
Okay, so let's talk Jupiter.
Yes.
And what
Jupiter.
that means for the song, just so we are clear, because we love artist interpretations.
Yes. Actually, so Jupiter is with me and featuring Dapper Don. He's on singing that, in the background singing for me. Shout out to him. But Jupiter, my buddy had sent me a track because he did a movie. It hasn't been released yet, but he did a movie and was like he wanted me to write a song and told me a little bit about the movie. So I don't know. The beat spoke to me, and I came up with the. I came up. He wanted me to arrange a song for him, and so what I did was made like just a dummy track of a verse and the chorus that he would use.
Yeah.
You know, and he'll just write his own verses. But I sent it to him, and he ended up loving the song so much. He was like, "Whoa, this is dope.
Let's make this a bigger song."
I think I want you to just do the song.
Yes.
And I was like, I don't know, because listen to the chorus, you know, like she's into me.
Yeah.
So, and I end up liking the song a lot. So I end up just recording the song and putting it on my mixtape, The People, which is out now.
Yes.
And yeah, we used it in our, I did a play last year called Hip Hop in Wonderland.
Yes.
So that was one of the songs in the play.
Yay.
And Jupiter.
There you go, guys.
here.
It's already been performed publicly. Okay,
Yeah.
so besides your YouTube channel, what's the best way to find out more?
Always on SoundCloud.
Okay.
Reverb
SoundCloud.
Nation, Facebook, Instagram.
And we just search Crizzy Moe.
Crizzy Moe, CRIZZYMOE.
Yes.
You even can Google me.
Yes.
I Google myself and I
Googled
seen
him.
some things come out. I was like, whoa, okay.
Like, look, there's some appearances and stuff.
Yeah,
Do
so-
you have any upcoming public appearances?
I do. What is it? July 1st, we're doing a Bluntasia show.
Oh.
It's I want to say 970 Pryor Street.
Okay.
It starts at 8 p.m. It's $4.20 to get in. 2 people for $5. So you know that's a good deal. We
That's a great
AKA just
deal,
want you to come to the show. So I have a set on there. I'm gonna be rocking the house.
Excellent.
So we'll definitely be doing that, and I will be doing a lot of appearances and more shows this summer. So
you can always
please
catch
tune
him
in.
at karaoke
Yeah.
too.
G's Thursday and Sunday.
I know. All right,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you so much for joining me today,
Thank you for
Crizzy.
having
I'm
me,
really
DJ.
excited to see how things come along for you.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
So I'm really sorry to say that Miss Jessica It's All Good Williams, our comedian, could not be here with us tonight. I know, but I do have this really funny bit. So we're going to take a quick comedy break, and we'll be right back with Princess Charles after this.
You know, one time I went to a casket store in my clown suit. It wasn't like I was just driving around. I had a party and it was near a place where they sold caskets. I'm like, are you serious? It was like a Walmart for caskets. So what did I do in my clown suit? I went in. Excuse me, sir. Mind you, big old pink wig, rainbow on this side, happy faces on this side, little hat, red nose, smiling, because you're supposed to smile when you're a clown, I guess. That's what they tell me. I try to. It's a hard job. So this is a casket store. Yes. Yes, it is. We sell caskets. I see. These are really nice caskets. I didn't know they got this nice. Like, this had a whole picture painted it in, little hands carved. So, as I'm talking to this dude to ask him about it, who never, by the way, asked why are you in a clown suit, because he's trying to sell me a casket. I'm 24.
Yes, guys. Jessica, we miss you sorely tonight, but thank you for that offering because that was great. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, without further ado, we're going to bring up my next guest, Charles Colick, a.k.a. Princess Charles. He is a nationally renowned, multi-talented performance artist, and he is going to give us the scoop on his new upcoming events. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
Like, this is his second time on this show, which is a rare honor.
I'm very honored.
Thank
you so much, Vanessa.
Yes, but I do like catching up with people. So you are going to see some of my early guests popping back up over time. But of course, Charles first. So you last came on the show in December. How has 2016 been treating you?
Well, I think the last time we talked, I actually wasn't doing a show at the moment. But because I took 2.5 years off, I just wasn't being inspired anymore by anything. So one of my best friends had the opportunity to take me to New York.
Yes.
And if anyone has ever been to New York, how can you not be inspired by the
so large in life?
So we went and saw the Broadway show Kinky Boots, and Kinky Boots is about a drag queen from London that changes people's ideas of what drag is, and just by being happy and being accepted of oneself. And I just got so much creative juices from watching that play that when I came up to Atlanta, I was like, I got to get back in the scene. I got to start doing something. And won't he do it, that God gave me the opportunity that a show was placed in front of me, and here we are today, Vanessa.
Exactly. So time to jump back up onto the proverbial horse.
Yeah.
Unicorn in this case. Okay, so real quick, I wanted to talk about the intro picture because that's for the Joining Hearts campaign.
Yes.
Please tell us about that.
So my friend Wes Berry is one of the founders of Joining Hearts, which is an organization that does things within the community, like with educating people on AIDS and testing, throwing parties, and just being a voice within the community. Because, there's not a lot of things that really go on in the community nowadays because people are money, lack of funds.
Yes.
So he came up with this idea because, when I was coming up, there was always something about AIDS on television, because I came up with the Reagan years.
Right, yeah.
So we were like bombarded
we were
about safe sex, no drinking, Mothers Against Drug Driving, all that stuff. But this new generation, they don't really have anything. They don't know anything about AIDS education unless they, I guess, go find it themselves, because
there's a complacency now, especially with all the new drugs. And just because they have the drugs doesn't mean it makes life easy.
Right. So he wanted to do this throwback to the 90s.
Yes.
This ad can be a throwback to the 90s that kind of get people the conversation started. So it's hashtag ATL, let's get the conversation started. And so we did this wonderful photo shoot, all black and white, all 80s, 90s style.
A little bit of color splash.
Yes, had some red lips, a little off-the-shoulder piece, and what girl doesn't love an off-the-shoulder piece?
Yes.
And so it's just about getting the conversation started, to have people start talking about finding ways to protect themselves and just being smart about sex.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yes.
So, and it's been good so far. It's been to San Francisco, it's been to New York. So, they throw these huge parties, and it's kind of nice to see your face on this huge billboard. This huge poster.
That's definitely the meaning of larger than life.
And as an entertainer, you have this platform. So I wanted to use my platform for a good cause. So, again, thank you, the Lord, for giving me that opportunity. So.
Well, let's talk about your new nights.
Okay.
Yes, you're so welcome. And we're going to, Joining Hearts, by the way, guys. There's going to be a link for that in the description below, too. So look up.
You can always send money to them if you want to know more things about it. Joining Hearts is the way to go. They have pool parties.
Yes.
Just love a good old pool party in this window, honey.
Okay, but we're going to talk about STV.
Okay.
All right, so due to its very cheeky name, we can't actually say the whole name, but you can infer you know, what's under the censor bar. We'll
Yes,
say.
yes.
So it's Slay These. But tell me about this show.
So I have been doing shows for like 20 years now, and I just wanted to do something that was kind of different because, as I said before, I wasn't being inspired. Because sometimes in our community, we are so fickle that we don't go out and support the shows. And, you know, how can you complain about something where you're not doing anything to help?
Right.
So I just wanted to do something that kind of was a little different. So all these ladies that I'm working with, I've never worked with before. So I just wanted to do something that was different and educational at the same time, but fun.
Yes.
So it's basically like a dance and drag extravaganza, and I was with my DJ, and we were kind of throwing back at these ideas, and so it's just like an on take for something that's happening now. So it's hashtag Slay These beep.
Yes.
So it's STB.
Yes.
And what I mean by slay, when people that slay, that means it doesn't matter how much money you have, what kind of job you do, that whatever you do it 120%. So as soon as you walk out the door, you're slaying the children over and over again. So no one can complain, no one can say anything. And if they did say anything about you, that's because they're haters. They're mad.
I just had like a flash of Jessica there for a second.
But it's just a show that we want to bring together the community. It's going to be at G's Midtown on June the 24th.
Yeah.
It's just a way that we're going to turn that whole street corner into just fun. We just wanted to be fun.
Friday
June
24th.
It's going to be a dance and drag extravaganza.
10 p.m.
10 p.m.
Yeah,
And
all of that in.
The girls in my show is Michelle Quadripre, Maya Monroe, Taylor Brooke Davis, Destiny St. James, and of course me. And then my DJ is DJ King Atlas, who is killing it on the scene.
Yes.
Killing it.
So, you know, gotta love it, guys. All right, so we need to go ahead and wrap this up because unfortunately we have to bring this episode to a close. Who knows, maybe in the future we'll start making a longer episode. But for right now, guys, keep your eye out for advertising and promotional opportunities that I will be offering on the show soon, including event announcements and commercials. And all right, guys, so we're going to invite Crizzy back up here.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
yes.
I'm going to be featuring an artist each and every two, because we're going to have the show every 2 weeks, but I'm going to be featuring an artist. Now, Crizzy has been with me for a while. He has performed in several of my shows, and he is just amazing. So make sure you check this guy out, because he is amazing.
All right, come on up, Crizzy. All right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this month on the Audioprism Show. Talks.
Crizzy Moe, Slay These bitch. And don't forget DJ Audioprism. She's the best.
Indeed, guys. All right.